Hi everyone, I've had a few requests on my Instagram and on my blog to show how I'm using my green personal original for university this year. I actually just made some new dividers and redid my setup last night, so I thought it would be good to show you that. So it's pretty full, as you can see, and I'm lucky that I've got one of the ones that has the longer strap, which is still kind of pushed to its limit, but it closes, so it's okay. So when you open it up, I've got one of the Bic 4-colour pens. I put it in this loop because if you put it in that loop you kind of lose half your pages because you can't close the organiser. I've got some post-it notes there, post-it notes that like wouldn't fit there, bird member group. Here I've got my sticker from the Taylor Swift tour and my ticket. And then this is my first diary page, which, as you can see from the little post-it note I left on it from when I was labelling them, is the capture section. I've got a shopping list, some like just a flyleaf with some post-it notes stuck onto it, some stickers that had sheets punched in, the Filofax stickers, a few of like the Project Lifestyle cards because I like to use them now and again, and then I've got some there ready. Very Britishly, I have some tea bags and coffee and a 50p that I liked, and then I've just got some blank pages for capturing kind of things that come into my head when I don't have time to write them down that are too long to kind of put on a post-it note. Then the first section, don't know if you can see that, is diary. And that's the book dividers. They're actually made from wallpaper that my parents just redecorated their bedroom with, and yeah, I stole their offcuts and made dividers from them. These are my diary pages. That was last week. This is my today ruler that I made. All of these like animal-y kind of pictures and dividers and stuff, they came from an old textbook that a company sent me the old edition by mistake and then said I could keep it and sent me the actual edition, and I didn't really know what to do with it, so I've cut it up for crafts because it had some quite cool pictures in. So yeah, this is my week. On here I like attached post-it notes to it. It's got like, I put like important things that I need to remember on, or kind of my weekly to-do list, but I've just handed in all my work, so that's kind of not relevant today. Yeah, more kind of pages. I have until the end of June in my diary because that's kind of the end of uni, so I've got that far in advance. This is another divider, again it came from the old textbook, my monthly and yearly tab. So in here I'm using the month on 2 pages Filofax organisers that they're kind of filled in but they're not really decorated at the moment, and I've got another divider that I made using the wallpaper with like a tassel on the bottom. They've all got tassels so I can easily find them at the bottom as well, from which month I'm on. So I've got the whole year of the months because I obviously don't have all of the diary, so when something happens like Ed Sheeran tickets, I can write it in and won't forget. After this I've got the yearly like pull out one, which is quite good for kind of just seeing kind of where my time is going, and I had this before I had the monthly pages and I found it wasn't quite big enough, but it's still useful, so I kept it in. And again I've got like a little ruler to get to the year at a glance. Next tab is my events tab. I've got the birthday pages that I got in this organiser at TK Maxx, but I think they're from the Life Pack. It's if you look at my blog post, it's about that organiser, it's on there. Then I've got page for like birthday present or anniversary present ideas, Christmas presents ideas for like Christmas coming up. Then we've got finance, so I do online surveys, so I'm going to track which ones I've done and how much I've earned. Just kind of blank pages. how much I've spent on driving lessons and things to do with driving lessons so far. Field trip coming up that I need to kind of get euros for and budget how much I think I'm going to need to spend and not run out of money while I'm over there. Student loan payments and kind of my budget for that. Student finance information, because you always have to ring them up. I've made these pages as well where I'm going to track things that I've ordered and like when they've arrived and if they get lost. And then I've got a top opening envelope that in the moment has a voucher in, but I'm going to kind of keep important receipts and coupons and things like that in there as well. The next one we go on to is documents. So I've got the registration page, which I really need to fill out. I've got like another top opening envelope where I can just slip documents in. I think this is a repeat prescription that I need to not lose. And then this is actually the little black book, but I'm not using it as a little black book. I just like the idea that you can't actually see the pages that are in it. You have to, without taking it off the rings. So like I keep passwords and kind of passport numbers, national insurance numbers and stuff in here so that like anyone flicking through my Filofax just kind of can't see them straight away. Then we come on to my university tab. So I've got a list, just a basic list of the modules that I'm taking this year and which semester that they're in. A grade tracker. I got my exam results today, so pretty pleased with those. Third year module choices, haven't had to do this yet, so that's quite good. I'm planning on applying for my PGCE probably at the end of this year, so I've got a page ready for that. I've got some work experience lined up over the summer, so kind of anything I do with that kind of will go on there, so I know the dates and stuff. Our university sometimes like to give us it in our grades and percentage, or grades that kind of equate to a certain percentage, so it's always quite panicky when you get a grade and you're like, oh, what does that actually mean? Like, have I got a first overall or have I got a 2-1? So it's quite useful to have that there. Okay, been pretty handy today. This is another divider made from the textbook, which is my to-do lists. It's got a Martha Stewart tab at the top because like one of the main things I use my Filofax for is to-do lists, so it's quite useful to be able to get to those straight away. So yeah, sometimes I highlight like what I want to do that day. My to-do lists always look massive because I break things down into like the smallest of steps possible, because I get better. I kind of feel more accomplished that way. I've got some more spare to-do lists there. Then I've got some of the day planner pages which I use occasionally, often around exams or in like reading week when I kind of don't have anything timetable, but I have a lot of stuff that I need to be doing. I kind of try and plan out my days like in advance so I don't lose track. We've just had a talk yesterday about third year projects and we need to pick those soon, and obviously it equates to quite a big proportion of my degree, so I figured it warranted its own section so that if I need to reference stuff about my project really easily then I can. It's not kind of a normal divider as the others are, it's kind of just a square piece with a Martha Stewart tab stuck on again because it might move through my Filofax and I don't want to kind of upset the 1 to 6 thing. So yeah, important dates for this, just kind of initial ideas. Got some to-do pages for like things to do relevant to my project, and day planners because we get given certain days to just do our projects, so that'll be quite useful. And I really like this colour notepaper and kind of thought it matched the divider and wanted to try and use it for my like the whole of my project. So this is all of it that I have so far, so I'm gonna have to try and find some more of that soon. This is another, obviously from the textbook. The pictures were just so cool that I kind of thought they'd make really cool dividers. So this is my notes/list section. Everyone jokes that I'm the kind of girl that would make a list of lists to write, so I've got my wish list, dilemmas pages, kind of fitness plans, outfit planners, party time and blank note paper. Kind of don't colour coordinate lists, I just like them to be colourful, so this is the paper chase note paper because it's kind of just cheap, and it has the pretty colours down the side as well. The next section is travel. I go home quite a lot at the weekends, so I book my tickets in advance, so I'm always forgetting which weekends I've booked and which weekends I haven't, so I've made this page for writing when I have. This is a business card holder, but it also fits in the train tickets that I've booked in advance in as well, so that's quite useful. And then I've got a travel itinerary for things like, obviously I'm going to have flights to like field trips, and I've got friends on year abroad that I want to go and visit, so I can write my flight details. This is just the world map that comes with some of the Filofaxes, mainly the older models now. And then I've got my contacts. This is just a post-it note that I'm going to fill in all of the like numbers that I ring a lot, because I have an iPhone and it has a habit to run out of battery, so if ever that did happen and I needed to ring someone and didn't know the number by heart, I'd have it in my Filofax at least. I haven't filled this in yet because I just reorganised my address pages and I knew I was filming the video, so I thought, save covering them, I'd just fill them in after the video. I've also got a like www page, which is for websites. I might also use that kind of for email addresses and things like that that are useful. I've got next dividers for my blog, so kind of ideas for posts if I've written them. Thinking of doing like a back to uni series later on, so got all of that kind of in there. And then at the back I just kind of have a miscellaneous section. So this is a takeaway thing from when me and my boyfriend went to a wedding in Barnsley, and we ordered takeaway and liked it, so we were like, if ever we're there again we want to know which one was the good one. So yeah, this section will probably accumulate a lot of crap that needs kind of sorting out. There was an awful lot of stuff in my organiser that genuinely did not use beforehand, so I've kind of streamlined it down. And then this is just the pad that comes at the back of the originals. It's quite useful for making lists and writing down information for things, but yeah, I think that's it. So if you have any more questions about my setup or want me to go into detail about how I made the dividers or anything, then comment down below. But for now, that's it, and thank you for watching.